2, 1. We'll ask that word of wisdom in Yeshua's precious name. Heavenly Father, open eyes and open ears. Turn with me to Jeremiah chapter 47. Jeremiah chapter 47. We fast forward 18 years to the year 478 BC. 478 BC. Jeremiah chapter 47, and it reads, the word of the Lord that came to Jeremiah the prophet against the Philistines, before that Pharaoh smote Gaza. This would be Pharaoh Hophni, but anyway. Verse 2, thus saith the Lord, behold, waters shall rise up out of the north, and shall be an overflowing flood, and shall overflow the land, and all that is therein, the city and them that dwell therein. Then the men shall cry, and all of the inhabitants of the land shall howl, at the noise of the stamping of the hooves of the strong horses, at the rushing of his chariots, and at the rambling of his wheels. The fathers shall not look back to their children for feebleness of hand, because of the Lord that cometh to spoil all of the Philistines, and cut off from Tyrus and Sidon every helper that remaineth. For the Lord will spoil the Philistines, the remnant of the country of Caphtor. Now, if you want to make a research, look up Caphtor. Verse 5, baldness has come up on Gaza. Ashkelon is cut off with the remnant of the valley today. How long wilt thou cut thyself? Look at Ashkelon today. What's going on there? You'll see. Verse 6, O thou sword of the Lord, how long will it be ere thou be quiet? Put up thyself into thy scabbard. Rest and be still. How can it be quiet, seeing the Lord hath given it a charge against Ashkelon and against the seashore? There hath he appointed it. We're still in this chapter 48, and we're still in the year 478 BC. And chapter 48 reads against Moab, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, woe unto Nebo, for it is full. Kirithaim is confounded and taken. Misgab is confounded and dismayed. There shall be no more praise of Moab in Heshbon. They have devised evil against it. Come, let us cut it off from being a nation. Also thou shalt be cut down, O madmen. You know what madmen is? That's the dunghill. Even the bathroom's going to be tore up. The sword shall pursue thee. Verse 3, a voice of crying shall be from Ornaim, spoiling and great destruction. Moab is destroyed. Her little ones have caused a cry to be heard. Verse 5, for in the going up of Lutha, continual weeping shall go up. For in the going down of Horonaim, the enemies have heard a cry of destruction. Flee, save your lives, and be like the hearth in the wild desert. The hearth is a dwarf or a midget juniper tree, and it grows in salty soil where nothing else can grow. That's what he's talking about. Okay. Verse 7, for because thou hast trusted in thy works and in thy treasures, thou shalt also be taken. And Chemosh shall go forth unto the captivity with his priests and his princesses together. Now, Chemosh was the god of the Amorites. Served the same purposes as Moloch.
Okay.
Verse 8, and the spoiler shall come upon every city, and no city shall escape. The valley also shall perish, and the plain shall be destroyed, as the Lord has spoken. Give wings unto Moab, that it may flee and get away, for the cities thereof shall be desolate, without any to dwell therein. Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from the blood. Do you know what the sword is today? Moab hath been, this is verse 11, this is also started a new paragraph. Moab hath been at ease from his youth, and he hath settled on his lees, and hath not been empty from vessel to vessel, neither hath he gone into captivity. Therefore his taste remaineth in him, and his scent is not changed. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will send unto him wanderers, that shall cause him to wander, and shall empty his vessels, and break their bottles. Verse 13, and Moab shall be ashamed of Chemosh, as the house of Israel was ashamed of Bethel, their confidence. Remember what happened at Bethel? That's where Jeroboam put one of the calves. He put the other calves in Dan. Verse 14, new paragraph. How say ye, we are mighty and strong men for the war? Question. Verse 15. Moab is spoiled and gone up out of her cities, and his chosen young men are gone down to the slaughter, saith the King, whose name is the Lord of hosts. The mighty men of Moab is near to come, and his affliction hasteneth fast. All ye that are about him, bemoan him, and all ye that know his name, say, how is the strong staff broken, and the beautiful rod? Exclamation point. Verse 18. Thou daughter, thou didst inhabit Dibon. Come down from thy glory, and sit in thirst. For the spoiler of Moab shall come upon thee, and he shall destroy thy stronghold. O inhabitant of Aurora, stand by the way, escape. Ask him that fleeth, and her that escapeth, and say, what is done? Question. Moab is confounded, for it is broken down. Howl and cry. Tell ye it in Arnon, that Moab is spoiled. Verse 21. And judgment is come upon the plain country, upon Holon, and upon Jehazah, and upon Nephatha, and upon Dibon, and on Nebo, and upon Beth Diblathaim, and upon Kurathaim, and upon Beth Garmol, and upon Beth Meon, and upon Kiriath, and upon Bozrah. You know that Bozrah is part of Teman, and Teman is where Esau is, i.e. Rush, or as the Vulgate later changed it to Rusha. Mm-hmm. And upon all of the cities of the land of Moab, far and near. Now let me just remind you, what was the punishment of Moab in the book of Amos? For 3 transgressions and for 4, the sins of Moab will not be forgiven. Why? He burned the king's bones in lime. Well, it was the Bolsheviks that burnt the king's bone in lime in 1917, and the Bolsheviks are Moabs.
Okay.
Verse 25, the horn of Moab is cut off, his arm is broken, saith the Lord. That happened, by the way, in World War I. That's when his arm got broken. Verse 26, new paragraph. Make ye him drunk, for his magnified himself against the Lord. Moab also shall wallow in his vomit, and he also shall be in derision. What happened after the World War I? They started making potato wine and got drunk for many, many years, y'all.
Yeah, that's true.
Verse 27. For was not Israel a derision unto thee? Question. Was he found among thieves? Question. For since thou spakest of him, thou skippest for joy. Verse 28. O ye that dwell in Moab, leave the cities, dwell in the rocks, be like the dove, and maketh her nest in the sides of the hole's mouth. We have heard the pride of Moab. He is exceeding proud. His loftiness, his arrogancy, his pride, and his haughtiness of his heart. If you don't believe the Soviet Union fits that description, you need to go back and look at the history.
Yeah, I do.
Verse 30, I know his wrath, saith the Lord, but it shall not be so. His lies shall not so affect it. Therefore will I howl for Moab. I will cut out for all Moab. Mine heart shall mourn for the men of Kirheres. Verse 32, O vine of Sibnah, I will weep for thee with the weeping of Jazer. Thy plants are gone over the sea. They reached even to the sea of Jazer. The spoiler is fallen upon the summer fruits and upon thy vintage. And joy and gladness is taken from the plentiful field, and from the land of Moab. I have caused wine to fail from the winepress. None shall tread with shouting. Their shouting shall be no shouting. For the cry of Heshbon, even unto Elialah, and even unto Jahaz, have they uttered their voice from Zoar is little one, even unto Horonaim, as a heifer of 3 years old, for the waters also of Nimrim shall be desolate. Moreover, I will cause to cease in Moab, saith the Lord, him that offereth in the high places, and him that burneth incense to his gods. How did that happen? The Soviet Union come in and told the children, we've got 2 tomato plants. One they set by itself, and they said, we'll let God take care of that, and one we'll take care of it. And they said, see, there is no God. That's how that happened.
Okay.
Verse 36, therefore my heart shall sound for Moab like pipes. Mine heart shall sound like pipes for the men of Kirheres, because the riches that he hath given are perished. For every head shall be bald, and every beard clipped. Upon all of the hands shall be cuttings, and upon all of the loins sackcloth. When did that happen? That happened when the lice came and they overwhelmed them. They had to shave it. Couldn't keep it for the lice. 38. There shall be lamentation generally upon all of the housetops of Moab, and in the streets thereof. I have broken Moab like a vessel wherein is no pleasure, saith the Lord. Verse 39. They shall howl, saying, how is it broken down? Exclamation point. How doeth Moab turn the back with shame? Exclamation point. So shall Moab be a derision and a dismaying to all them about him. Verse 40. For thus saith the Lord, behold, he shall fly as an eagle, and shall spread his wings over Moab. Kiriath is taken, and the strongholds are surprised. And the mighty men's heart in Moab at that day shall be as the heart of a woman in her pains. And I contend to you, can't prove it, but I contend that when the Adolf Hitler's army come into Russia, that's when this happened, in my opinion. Verse 42, and Moab shall be destroyed from being a people, because he hath magnified himself against the Lord. They did stop from being a people at that time. That's when the Soviet Union really exploded.
Yeah.
Fear and the pit and the snare shall be upon them. O inhabitant of Moab, saith the Lord. He that fleeth from the fear shall fall into the pit, and he that getteth up out of the pit shall be taken in the snare. For I will bring upon it, even upon Moab, the year of their visitation, saith the Lord. They that flee stood under the shadow of Heshbon, because of the force. But a fire shall come forth out of Heshbon, and a flame from the midst of Sihon, and shall devour the corner of Moab, and the crown of the head of the tumultuous ones. Remember Sihon? Remember the Song of Moses? Psalms 136? He has destroyed famous kings. Sihon, the king of the Amorites. Remember? That's who he's talking about. Woe unto thee, O Moab! The people of Chemosh perisheth. For thy sons are taken captives, and thy daughters captives. Verse 47, a new paragraph. Yet will I bring again the captivity of Moab in the latter days, saith the Lord. Thus far is the judgment of Moab. And if you don't believe those days is coming, just stand by. We're about to see those days happen to us right here in our eyesight. Chapter 49, and we're still in the year 478 BC. Chapter 49 reads, concerning the Amorites. Now, you know the Amorites is the children of Lot by his younger daughter. That's who the Ammonites are.
Okay.
This is Lot's youngest daughter's children. Concerning the Amorites, thus saith the Lord, hath Israel no sons? Question. Hath he no heir? Question. Why then doeth their king inherit Gad, and his people dwell in his cities? Verse 2. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will cause an alarm of war to be heard in Rabbah of the Amorites, and it shall be a desolate heap, and her daughters shall be burned with fire. Then shall Israel be heir unto them that were his heirs, saith the Lord. You're about to see this verse take place in history also. Chapter 3, How, O Heshbon, for Ai is fallen. Remember when Joshua came in and destroyed Jericho? And what was the next town? Ai. But Israel had committed a trespass, and God would not let them, and the people of Ai first whipped Israel, and then Israel went back and took Ai. remember where we're at. So verse 3, Howl, O Heshbon, for Ai is spoiled. Cry, ye daughters of Ribbah. Gird ye with sackcloth, lament, and run to and fro by the hedges. For their king shall go into captivity, and his priests and his princesses together. Verse 4, Wherefore glorious thou in the valleys, thy flowing valley, O black sliding daughter. Question. What trusteth in her treasures, saying, Who shall come unto me? Question. Behold, I will bring a fear upon thee, saith the Lord of hosts, from all of these that be about thee. And you shall be driven out every man right forth, and none shall gather up him that wandereth. And after I will bring again the captivity of the children of Ammon, saith the Lord. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, Is wisdom no more in Teman? Question. Remember where Teman is? Teman's right in the middle of Germany also. Russia also. Is counsel perished from the prudent? Question. Is their wisdom vanished? Well, look at them right now. They're in war, and they're losing 5,000 to 7,000 men a week. There's something going on.
Yeah.
You know. Flee ye, turn back. Dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan. For I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. Wonder what's going on over there right now.
I don't know.
Verse 9, If grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? When you're losing 5,000 to 7,000 men a week,
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
if thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough. Verse 10, But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. Leave thy fatherless children. I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. Donald Trump's wife just got a little over 4,000 of the children that the Russians had come and taken out of there. She just got them released.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Nice.
Verse 12, For thus saith the Lord, Behold thy... let's try it again. Verse 12, Thus saith the Lord, Behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Question. Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Bozrah, this is in the middle of Teman, this is Russia, shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, a curse, and all of the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen. Say, gather ye together, and come against her, and rise up to the battle. Verse 15, For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen, and despised among men. Their terribleness hath deceived. Verse 16. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thy heart, O thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, that holdest the heights of the hill. Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord. Also Edom, remember Esau is Edom, Edom is Esau. Also, this is verse 17, also Edom shall be a desolation. Every one that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all of the plagues thereof, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighboring cities thereof, saith the Lord. No man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. Behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan, against the habitation of the strong. But I will surely make him run away from her. And who is a chosen man, that I may appoint over her? Question. For who is like me? Question. And who will appoint me the time? Question. And who is that shepherd that will stand before me? Question. Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord, that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he has proposed against the habitation of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation waste with them. Teman, if you want to know, is about 15 miles south of Petra.
Okay.
You know where Petra is, so this about 15 miles south of Petra is
Okay.
where Teman is. Verse 21, the earth is moved at the noise of their fall, at the cry. The noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. Behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle, and spread his wings over Bozrah. And at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pains. Where are the men?
Yeah. Where?
Verse 23, concerning Damascus, Hamath is confounded. Now let's unpack that. If you want to turn to the 17th chapter of Isaiah, you will see, let's just turn back there and see what Damascus is going to be look like. The 17th chapter of Isaiah.
Isn't Petra where they built their houses in the wall?
Yes.
That's what I thought. It says those who built their houses. Yeah.
And he also told the inhabitants of Petra, though you build your house high as the eagle, yet I will bring thee down. Isaiah chapter 17. I just want to cover this one verse. The burden of Damascus. Behold, Damascus is taken away from being a city, and it shall be a ruinous heap. Damascus has been a city for 5,000 years. Look at it today. Rubble.
Yeah.
So that's what we're talking about in Damascus. Now let's go back to Jeremiah. If I can remember where we were at. Oh, yeah.
25?
We are, 25. I'm sorry.
That's what I meant.
23. 23.
Okay.
Concerning Damascus, we just read about it.
Yes.
Hamath is confounded. Now, do you know where Hamath is?
I don't.
First Chronicles, chapter 2, and verse 55.
Okay.
Hamath is where the Kenites were.
Okay. First Chronicles 2:55.
It's written in the Word of God as Hamath, Hamath. It's also written as Hemath, Hemath.
Okay.
Same place. Hamath is confounded, and Arphad, for they have heard evil tidings. They are faint-hearted. There is sorrow on the sea. It cannot be quiet. Damascus is waxed feeble, and turned herself to flee. And fear hath seized on her. Anguish and sorrows have taken her as a woman in travail. How is the city of praise not left, the city of my joy. He's talking about Israel and Jerusalem, exactly. Verse 26, therefore her young men shall fall in her streets, and all of the men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord of hosts. And I will kindle a fire in the wall of Damascus, and it shall consume the palaces of Ben-Hadad. Verse 28, new paragraph. Concerning Kedar. The word Kedar means dark skin. What it means. Concerning Kedar and concerning the kingdoms of Hazor, which Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon shall smite. Thus saith the Lord, arise ye, go up to Kedar, and spoil the men of the east. Their tents and their flocks shall they take away. They shall take to themselves their curtains and all of their vessels and their camels, and they shall cry unto them, fear is on every side. Flee, get you far off. Dwell deep, O ye inhabitants of Hazor, saith the Lord. For Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon hath taken counsel against you, and hath conceived a purpose against you. Arise, get you up unto a wealthy nation that dwelleth without care, saith the Lord, which hath neither gates nor bars, which dwell alone. Now where is that? Where on earth can that be? Where is the cities dwelling without bars? They ain't got no gates. That'd be Alaska, wouldn't it? Verse 32, and their camels shall be a booty, and the multitude of their cattle a spoil. And I will scatter into all winds them that are in the uttermost corners, and I will bring their calamity from all sides thereof, saith the Lord. And Hazor shall be a dwelling for dragons, and a desolation forever. There shall no man abide there, nor any son of man dwell in it. Verse 34, new paragraph. The word of the Lord came unto Jeremiah, the prophet, against Edom. In the beginning of the reign of Zedekiah, king of Judah, saying, thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, I will break the bow of Elam, the chief of their might. And upon Elam will I bring the four winds from the four corners of heaven. And I will scatter them toward all of those winds, and there shall be no nation whither the outcast of Elam shall not come. So I guess they went to every nation under the sun now, huh?
Sounds like it.
Verse 37, For I will cause Elam to be dismayed before their enemies, and before them that seek their life. And I will bring evil upon them, even my fierce anger, saith the Lord. And I will send the sword after them till I have consumed them. I will set my throne in Elam, and will destroy from thence the king and the princesses, saith the Lord. But it shall come to pass in the latter days, that's our days, y'all, that I will bring again the captivity of Elam, saith the Lord. Now we go to the year 496 BC, chapter 50. The word that the Lord spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. Declare ye among the nations, and publish and set up a standard. Publish and conceal not. Say, Babylon is taken, Baal is confounded, Merodach is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces. For out of the north There cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. Verse 4, in those days, and in that time, saith the Lord, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping, they shall go and seek the Lord their God. Verse 5, they shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come, and let us join ourselves to the Lord in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten. Verse 6, my people hath been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. Now, why did they go astray? Their shepherds done it to them.
Yep.
They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. Our resting place is Jesus Christ, y'all.
Yep.
If you ain't in Jesus, there ain't no rest. Verse 7, all that found them have devoured them. And their adversaries said, we offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord. The habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers. Remove out of the midst of Babylon, and go forth out of the land of the Chaldees. But as the he-goats before the flocks. Now, here's what he's talking about. If you read the book of Ezra, when Ezra had a commission from Cyrus the king to go back and rebuild Jerusalem, he got about 15 days from Jerusalem and realized he didn't have not one priest with him. All he had was sons of Barzillai. Not one priest. The priest was back in Babylon enjoying themselves. You know,
Yeah.
that's what he's talking about here.
Okay.
Verse 9, new paragraph. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. When you got an army and he's shooting and he ain't missing none of his mark,
Yeah.
it's probably going to be a quick battle.
Yeah, it'll be fast. Yep.
Verse 10, and Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord. Because ye were glad, because you rejoiced. O ye destroyer of mine heritage. You know what he's talking about? He called Nebuchadnezzar his servant. They were to do their job, but they got to liking it. They got to enjoying it.
Huh.
God don't like that.
That's true.
Because ye have grown fat as the heifer at grass, and billow as bulls. Your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Every one that goeth by Babylon shall be ashamed, and hiss at all her plagues. Put yourselves in array against Babylon, round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. Shoot against her round about. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand, her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her, as she hath done do unto her. Verse 16, cut off the sower from Babylon, and him that handle the sickle in the time of harvest. for fear of the oppressing sword. They shall turn every one to his people, and they shall flee every one to his own land. Well, look, if you ain't got nobody sowing and you ain't got nobody reaping, you're probably not going to have nobody eating.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Verse 17, Israel is a scattered sheep. The lion hath driven him away. First, the king of Assyria hath devoured him. That's who took the 10 northern tribes away.
Okay.
And last, this Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, hath broken his bones. That's who took away the southern tribe, Judah. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will punish the king of Babylon and his land, and as I have punished the king of Assyria, I will bring Israel again to his habitation, and he shall feed on Carmel and Bashan, and his soul shall be satisfied upon Mount Ephraim and Gilead. In those days and in that time, saith the Lord, the iniquity of Israel shall be sought for, and there shall be none, and the sins of Judah, and they shall not be found. For I will pardon them whom I reserve. Go up against the land of Merathaim, even against it, and against the habitation of Pekod. Waste and utterly destroy after them, saith the Lord. Do according to all that I have commanded thee. Sound of battle. Verse 22. A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation under the nation? Remember, God said that he was going to give even the animals of the earth unto Nebuchadnezzar. Mm-hmm. Even the animals of the earth had to obey him. Mm-hmm. And because of his grandson, it all went away.
Yeah.
You can say certain words to invite the Holy Spirit into your house, and you can say certain words that give Satan permission to destroy your house.
Exactly. Yep.
There's life and death in the tongue.
Yep, so speak life.
Verse 24, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware that thou art found, and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. The Lord hath opened his armory. You know, most people don't even know God's got an armory.
Oh, yeah.
And hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. I bet it ain't going to be easy weapons.
No, it's not.
For this is the work of the Lord God of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. Don't overlook that. It's God doing this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Verse 26, come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. Slay all of her bullocks, let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them! Exclamation point. For their day is come, the time of their visitation. The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord, our God, the vengeance of his temple. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she hath done, do unto her. For she hath been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. And all of the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall rise him up. And I will kindle a fire in the cities, and it shall devour all round about him. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord of hosts is his name. That's Yahweh, y'all.
Yep.
He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land, and disquiet the inhabitants of the Babylon. Verse 35, a sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord, and upon the habitation of Babylon, and upon her princesses, and upon her wise men. A sword is upon her liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. A sword is upon their horses, and upon their chariots, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her. And they shall become as women. A sword is upon her treasurers, and they shall be robbed. A drought is upon the waters, and they shall be dried up. For it is the land of the graven image, and they are mad upon their idols. Therefore the wild beast of the desert, with the wild beasts of the islands, shall dwell there, and the owls shall dwell therein, and it shall be no more inhabited forever, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. As God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighboring cities thereof, saith the Lord, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein. Behold, a poor man shall come from the, verse 41. Behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. They shall hold the bow and the lance. They are cruel and will not show mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses. Every one put in array like a man to the battle. Against thee, O daughter of Babylon, the king of Babylon hath heard the report of them, and his hand waxed feeble, and anguish took hold of him, and pangs of a woman in travail. Behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan, and unto the habitation of the strong. But I will make them suddenly run away from her. Who is a chosen man, that I may appoint over her? Question. 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9 says, we are that chosen generation. For who is like me? Question. And who will appoint me the time? Question. And who is that shepherd that will stand before me? Question. Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord, that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purposes, that he hath proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Verse 46, at the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved. The cry is heard among the nations. Let's leave it there for today. And I hope you got something out of it.
I did.
May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you grace. Jeremiah's a long one to get through.
It is. It's a good one though.